March 1945. The German Ninth Army dug in along the Rhine, braced for a massive Allied assault. Through their binoculars, they saw hundreds of Sherman tanks, thousands of men, and heard the unmistakable sound of heavy machinery moving into position. But there was no assault. The tanks were filled with air, the infantry was a recording, and the entire operation was run by artists, sound engineers, and actors. This was the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, better known as the Ghost Army. For 50 years, their story remained classified. Today, we explore how this unit, never firing a shot, saved an estimated 30,000 lives using nothing but psychology and rubber. When the U.S. Army decided to build a deception unit, they didn't go to West Point. They went to the Pratt Institute in Cooper Union. They recruited fashion designers, architects, and fine artists, including a young Bill Blass. Their mission: to use visual deception to create a mobile, inflatable nightmare for the Axis. These weren't average party balloons. Crafted from heavy-duty neoprene, a compressor could inflate an M4 Sherman tank in just 20 minutes. From the air, or even a mile away, these decoys were indistinguishable from the real thing. Perfection was paramount. If a tank lacked tread marks, German scouts would expose the ruse. So the Ghost Army used bulldozers to create fake tracks leading to their balloon camps. The Ghost Army's final trick was spoof radio. Every World War II radio operator had a unique fist, a distinct Morse code rhythm. German intelligence used this to identify Allied units. Ghost Army operators mimicked these rhythms, pretending to be real divisions. They'd chat about mundane things like lost laundry, convincing Germans a massive unit was exactly where it wasn't. Visual deception relies on the enemy seeing something. But what if their ears are the primary target? This is precisely where sound engineers became crucial. At Fort Knox, they meticulously recorded every sound of a real armored division. This included tanks idling, trucks grinding gears, and the distinct clank of bridge-building tools. These authentic sounds were then expertly mixed on massive wire recorders, the 1944 equivalent of a DJ deck. At night, these recordings were blasted through powerful speakers, audible up to 15 miles away. Imagine a German sentry in the pitch black, hearing the roar of 200 tanks approaching. There would be no waiting for sunrise to confirm. A retreat would be the immediate, instinctive response. When the war ended, these men were given a stark command: tell no one. Not your wives, not your children. Their incredible contribution was deliberately erased from history books, remaining a secret until the documents were finally declassified in 1996. The Ghost Army proves that the most powerful weapon on the battlefield isn't a shell, it's the human mind. If you believe the 23rd deserves their long overdue credit, hit the like button. For more impossible World War II tech, check out our video on the Great Habakkuk, the aircraft carrier made of ice, right here. But before you go, there's one story you won't want to miss. A Ghost Army soldier once accidentally left his inflatable tank out during a windstorm. It blew right into a French village. The look on the locals' faces? We'll cover that in the pinned comment below. It all culminated in March 1945. The Allies desperately needed to cross the Rhine. The Ghost Army was tasked with a crucial deception, pretending to be a 30,000-man force 10 miles south of the actual crossing point. The Germans took the bait, moving their precious reserves to face the Phantom Army. When the real Allied hammer dropped just 10 miles away, the German defenses were utterly empty. The 23rd had held a 10-mile gap with only rubber and speakers. If the Germans had probed that line, they would have found 1,100 artists with no heavy weapons. But they didn't probe, they ran.